For traders that have emailed and asked, the links for the free downloads are in the description box below. Just click on the link or copy and paste and put that in your browser. The 4-step method to high performance trading and the 7-step daily routine for high performance traders create the rituals, the mindset, and the winning attitude to master the markets. Bulletproof yourself with your daily routine and your habits. Force yourself to be getting better, 1% better every single day. How good can you get, traders? Again, the free downloads, the links are down below. They're both free courses. Let's get started.
Mindset reset today, and for many traders today, Free Cash Friday, closing out the week before Christmas. An incredible week. We had opportunities, just as one trader noted today, we talked about this earlier in the week, sitting on our hands and waiting for the backside. We had several opportunities on currency on Thursday after the FOMC. High of month reversals. We saw some big moves on metals after FOMC. Indexes, of course, massive moves. All the way around, there were opportunities everywhere. And as we head into the festive season, regardless of where you're at in the world and what type of holiday season you celebrate, it's a time to reflect, recharge, rethink, review, and look at the opportunities that are going to keep coming, not only between Christmas and New Year's probably, but in the year ahead. Now, what I look forward to in this coming year, as I always state, is making it my best year ever. And 1% better every single day, every single week has cumulative effects in every area of your life. We talk about the 7-step daily routine for high performance traders. If you haven't gotten that, it's a free audio download. Just go to the description box in the videos. It's there. Most importantly, about building your own routine for success. Regardless of the habits, daily routines, processes, whatever results you're getting is usually a consequence of everything we do on a day-to-day basis. And I talk about, not necessarily trying to quit things or remove things, but replacing them with the things that are going to build success for you, whether that's in your skills, your daily routine, your health, your relationships, your self-talk, your affirmations, your diet, your energy, your rest, every single thing that can potentially have an impact on you becoming the best that you can be. And as we look at the areas that we can improve upon, what we've done well, what we can do better, and looking at what we can create with the opportunities that we have at our fingertips right now in the year ahead. Very grateful for the community that we have. We have some tremendous individuals in this community, some great traders. We have a lot of traders that constantly add value, and I want to thank you. We've had a big year. I appreciate all of the input and the feedback and the participation from all the traders in the community. There are some that we haven't possibly been able to help as much, or some traders have struggled to maybe get to the next level. But the opportunity is going to be there this year to continue the climb. This is a game of constant progress. Mastery is a journey. It's not a destination. You don't fully arrive. There's always another level, another challenge, another opportunity to grow and improve and increase our opportunities to succeed. I'm going to be working on some things to bring to the community. As I said, I've been working on this ACB manual for my son, and then in an approach to simplify things as much as possible, but maximize the results. I've pretty much boiled it down to one specific trade setup, with the idea behind that my kids starting to trade, I do not want them to go through what I've had to go through, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And an opportunity for them hopefully to impact their own lives, create their own journey, open up their own doors. But also, when you simplify something, simplicity only makes sense once you've understood the complex. And to understand the complex, sometimes there's a hard, painful road to go through. Now, what's my advice to my kids, and my advice to anybody who's struggling or who's challenged? And I've always told my son, my oldest son, I don't want you to read anything about trading. I don't want you to study anything about trading other than understanding you make money by buying low and selling high, or selling high and buying low. Now, my big objective with my sons, and I've talked to some other traders about this in the ACB templates, that the model that I'm showing him is very specific, and it's only trades that I feel they can't lose on. And I want them to fully understand that that is the only trade that you are ever going to need to know. And if you just are patient with that once a week, maybe 2-3 times a month, over the course of the next couple of years, it will impact your life forever. Now, how can I do that? Well, it's very simple, because the setups that I'm showing him show up frequently over a basket of instruments. But there's some criteria that I've built in there that when it presents, it's an absolute 100% replication of a 99-10 trade setup. And if you don't have that, you don't take the trade because it's not set up properly. As I mentioned to one trader today, so when we get markets distended out, one of the questions was, how can I prevent getting shaken out? And my response is this, always, is that if you're executing a setup, then if you're getting shaken out, is that a setup or is that taking a trade? Because if you understand the setup and you've had different variations of that, you've executed a few hundred times, a few thousand times, you understand where to place your stop. Now, on certain setups, on a reversal day setup, on a monkey hammer reversal, your worst case scenario is the extreme either of that session. So if you're trading on a time frame, it should reflect that time frame session. As I talk about a 1-bar stop, if you're aligned with higher time frames, a higher time frame stop. If you're going to break even really fast in an ACB setup, why? Why are you doing that to get shaken out of a winning trade setup? You should not be getting shaken out if you have mastered an easy money-making setup. You place your stop, be willing to walk away and get stopped out of that trade, or it goes till the close. Okay, that's a mindset understanding of the setup. As I talk about zero management. Why is it zero management? Because it's driven by higher time frames. Now, we're not on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. We're on Free Cash Friday. And if the setup is a reversal ACB template, now it's one thing if you want to go to break even after it's cleared a level and you think it's going to go to the close, or you're taking some off, you should not get shaken out of a setup. I hope that makes sense. If you're getting shaken out, that means you're too aggressively protecting yourself. And that often comes from being burnt in the past, right? You're in profits. You want to get to break even because you can't handle getting stopped out again. Or you didn't move to break even on the wrong day on the wrong setup and you got stopped out. Or you didn't use a stop and it gave you a bigger loss than what you'd hoped for. So these are all the things that play with your mind. But when you execute a rinse and repeat setup, my entry's here, my stop goes here, my profit target's here, I accept that I'm going to lose on this trade. So there's no need to get shaken out. But with my sons, the idea with the ACB is that they explode. They explode, and there's a reason why they're going to explode. That potential energy is built up over multiple time frames. Multiple time frames. My friend Steven trades reversals, but not until after 10 a.m. Now, he trades indexes. So one of the questions I got was regarding a currency pair. How do you cross that over? Now, currencies are not indexes. Currencies don't start trading at 9:30. They're already trading. And they also have an earlier start to the day, which means their rollover times on 4-hour rotations are different than the indexes, metals, and energies. Energies, indexes, metals roll over at 10 a.m. into the new 4-hour cycle. So if you're at an extreme, 10 a.m. can be very important on those markets. Now, sometimes we'll see that align with currencies. Maybe there's some impending major impact news. There's some smoke and mirrors, and 10 a.m. shows up, or 9:30 New York Open shows up on a currency pair. Rinse and repeat setup with setup. So here's the thing. It's a mindset shift when traders, again, we're at the low of the month and they want to buy the low. But what setup are you trading? What setup and why? Which instrument and why? Now, I like the Russell today in particular because it gave the setup right at the level, right at the open after major red news at 8:30, but it was at the low of month level and exploded right back through into low-hanging fruit to the left. As the other markets did, it consolidated, and 10 a.m. continued that move. We saw huge moves at 10 a.m., Dow, NASDAQ, S&P. We saw natural gas trap shorts in a market that was coiling at the high of the month. Not a reversal template. Not a reversal template. Higher highs, higher lows. It did not break down. It broke down and continued the move in the third hour. We'll be going over that in a technical video. So my objective with my sons is for them not to be trying to trade the markets all the time. So how do I prevent them from doing that if they've never read anything about trading? They have no idea. All I'm going to show them is this is if you click this button, that's how you buy. This is how you put a stop in and a profit target, or how you're going to put a profit target expectation area in place, how you might peel things off if you're using partials. Simple. If you read stuff about the markets, you're going to start wanting to take trades. I don't want them to take trades. I want them to execute 99-to-1 opportunities when they show up. That's it. Take a trade and walk away. Go, wow, that seems really simple. What? Okay, if that's all a trade is, I want them to be able to look at charts and go, well, no, it doesn't look like that. There's no desire to try and to read it it could do this and it could do that. I don't care what it can do. Is that my setup? I'm not going to get shaken out because when this thing coils up like that and it's going to explode, I don't have any worries about it hitting my stop. If it stops me out, it's not the right setup. So I'm quite willing to get stopped out. But when it goes, it's going to keep going and multiply the account. That's literally all I want them to learn. Otherwise, they're going to go through, hopefully not like I did, 15 years of learning all kinds of stuff and trying to trade all the time. And then they're going to have to undo their brain to actually go back to simple stuff and realize that you make money on the days and the setups where it's really, really easy to make a lot of money on. I don't want them to want to trade all the time. I don't want them to want to try and read the markets and be tape readers, figure out, all these things. I just want them to look for the setup where they make a killing on, which shows up every single week. Their templates. Which one's showing that template today? There's so much bullshit going on with people teaching all kinds of stuff. It's like, you know what they're going to end up doing? They're going to end up doing the retail trader cycle. Retail trader cycle. Win some, lose some, win some, lose some. Oh, it doesn't work. I'm going to do something else. Like I said in a post yesterday, if the same trader goes to another system and gets the same information, same prices, same instruments, same charts, I don't care if you're using candlesticks, bar charts, Heishinaki, whatever, it's still the same issues. You either know where you can make a lot of money on certain setups and certain days, a lot of money, or you don't. You're just looking to try and make some money every day. My job being here is to make as much money as possible and not screw it up in the process. Took me a long time to quit screwing it up. It took a daily routine. It's a journey of constant progress of working on yourself. Like, how much more can you learn about the markets realistically? There's a lot of brilliant people in this community. Brilliant from all walks of life. Very different backgrounds. And it's still the same issue. We all have the same information. It's the trader. So I don't want my kids to get polluted, get their brains all wired up with learning as much as they can about the markets. I told them, don't read anything about the markets. Learn what the buy button means and the sell button. I'll show you what a candle is supposed to represent. But basically, you just need to know that if you want to make money, you need to buy low and sell high, or sell high and buy low. Simple as that. If you're wrong, you want to be wrong by this much. If you're right, you want to be right by this much. Simple. So that manual is 50% complete. And as I said, I'm trying to simplify everything, but also understanding in order to understand simplicity, sometimes you have to understand the complex and then go back to simplicity. Simplicity was put on the earth to confound the wise man. I think that was a quote I read somewhere. So today is, it's amazing. A lot of traders say that they ask me this because other traders don't trade in December because of this. And I say, well, I don't trade based on what month it is. I trade based on what easy money making trading setup is there today. It's an urge to fight wanting to trade, or I don't trade this month, to where's my setup? Oh, wow, there's a setup here on Free Cash Friday. Well, imagine that. It was an FOMC Wednesday. We talked about this earlier in the week. Look for some huge opportunities on the back side of the week. Back up the trucks. And it's not going to stop. It's the same thing every week. Templates. If you're struggling, ask yourself this one question. Am I really hunting what a setup is? I had a trader ask yesterday, I was attracted to your channel because I thought you had some valuable information. But then I kind of realized that there's a lot of esoteric ifs and that's and vag. And I said to this trader, the only thing esoteric is the trader. What setup are you looking for? What setup? Is it a first red day setup? Is it a first green day setup? Are you looking for inside bars for signal days for setups? Are you looking for breakout traders being trapped up higher, down low in the markets? I'm just curious, which one are you hunting for? And of course, crickets. The only thing that's vague and esoteric is the trader. Once you clear that veil of smoke and mirrors away, you'll start to see nothing but the setups you're looking for. Red car, right? Punch bug. Start looking for the car your friend just bought, and all of a sudden it starts showing up everywhere. What setup have you mastered? Not which trade are you looking for today? Is it a buy low of the day, sell high low of the day? What setup where you're going to make a lot of money on are you looking for? Counter trending higher time frames at the extremes isn't always going to make you a lot of money. Might not even make you any money. Might actually get you caught into a science project where you're fighting for your life to get out of, but you sold the high or you bought the low. There's a time and a place when you want to be buying low and when you want to be selling high. Setups that rinse and repeat, timings, levels, behavior of price, behavior and mindset of the trader. Opportune time to reflect, recharge, rejuvenate. It's going to be the biggest year yet. The biggest year yet, traders. Congratulations. Love you and appreciate all of you. It's been a big week. We're heading into an opportunity this next week to wherever you're at in the world to enjoy your family, your friends, or just reflect and look at how you can create opportunities this coming year, how you can improve, how you can get better, and how you can make it your best year yet. Thank you. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Technical video will definitely be out this weekend. It's been a busy week. Have a great weekend, and may the markets go with you.